Hi, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the Sallie Tomato YouTube channel and our first segment of our mystery bag sew along tutorial. A great Sallie Tomato friend inspired this pattern, sharing her energy and her go-to outlook on life with everyone she knows. Speaking of go-to, I'm going to start with a few tips on fabric selections and cutting preparation, and then we'll jump right into making the bag. Remember, you can always pause the video as the steps progress. That way we're sewing at your pace. It's a good practice to review the pattern before beginning your project. The back cover includes a list of materials and supplies and helpful notions. The pattern and the supplies can be purchased from our website or request them at your local quilt shop. We encourage you to shop local whenever you can. I'm sure you're ready to get started, so let's take a look first at fabrics. This bag features 2 fabric colors and recommends cork, faux leather, or another non-woven kind of fabric because there are a few areas where there are raw exposed edges. One of our adventurous pattern testers, Jay, wanted to use woven fabric, so she has 2 woven fabrics along with a cork fabric. So she's very carefully planned and cut all her pieces first, reading through the entire pattern to make sure that she uses her cork fabric for any pieces that will have raw edges exposed. For our tutorial, I'll be using 2 faux leather fabrics. And be sure to have some fun with your fabric selection and your colors. Let them reflect your personality. You could go classic, a nice contrast, kind of a fun color combination. Again, very subtle, just 2 different shades. You could even go more subtle than that by selecting the same color in 2 different textures. It also is going to look really beautiful in the finished bag. And I'm going to be even more adventurous. I'm going high contrast, very bright and colorful, but I think it'll be fun for this tutorial. Decide which of the 2 colors will be your main fabric. Keep in mind, this color will be used for the strap, so stability is a consideration. Our Pebble faux leather has slightly less stretch than the Legacy, so that could be a very good choice. Be sure to follow the cutting instructions for all the pieces you need. I do try to cut the strap pieces first, so I remember to cut them correctly with the long measurement in the same direction as the fabric selvage edge for less stretch. I'm using our Legacy faux leather for both of my fabric colors because I love the texture, so I double check the direction of the stretch before I cut. There are a lot of pieces for this project, so it may be helpful to label your pieces as you cut them by marking the name of each piece on the wrong side with a removable pen or chalk, or you can download and print the free piece labels sheet on our website, and that's also a great way to keep your pieces organized. One little tip I like to do to keep my fabrics and pieces all organized is to pair up or just stack the same piece of the different fabrics together. That way they're handy and I can use fewer clips and labels. Keep some small pieces of interfacing, foam, and heavy stabilizer handy for installing hardware. I think we made great progress today. Cutting and preparing all the fabrics does take time, so it feels good to have just a little bit of sewing done as well. If you're following our mystery bag sew along, I have 2 clues for you. Keep those patchwork pieces handy and then gather the smallest magnetic snaps as we continue assembly. Have a question? Leave a comment below and we'll respond as soon as we can. Until our next tutorial segment, have a great making day.